Okay, and we're live. Welcome everyone to Duckhead RC. It's a brand new YouTube channel that's going to be focused primarily on, but not limited to, 1/10 scale remote control cars. I want to start by doing product reviews, doing unboxings, like today's video, diving into the RC racing scene. But I think over time, what really is going to distinguish this channel from a lot of other channels that are on YouTube is really doing kind of long form deep dives into the technology behind racing, but also the technology behind kind of the electronics and the hobby that we love. So whether it's going into kind of the physics and tuning behind behind the cars themselves, or going deeper into wireless technology for radio systems, or going into battery technology for for the LiPo batteries, or even going into just kind of the electronics of speed controllers, servos, brushless motor systems, things like that. So so stay tuned, there's more to come there. But I without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into the unboxing video here. So this is the brand new Team Associated RC10 B6.2D, brand new kit. It's based heavily on the B6.1. Some of the major changes that we see, like the B6.1 to even the B6, was really a big focus on the rear end. The front end remains largely unchanged from the B6.1. But a lot of the focus is really on the rear end, and in this generation of cars. So let's go ahead and pop it open. Looks like some of the seals actually already got broken in shipping. So yeah, those aren't even open. But let's go ahead here. And, yeah, we're ready to go. Okay, so popping it open here. They actually included I'm gonna set this box over to the side. They actually included a new front wing. That is one of the changes to the front of the vehicle. So we don't actually have to go out to the aftermarket for front wings. So that's pretty cool. The other nice thing too that I saw was, typically Team Associated source their own bodies, or J Concepts provided bodies. And the interesting thing with the B6.2 is that Proline actually got a chance to display some of their new styles for bodies for the RC10. So pretty cool on Proline that they got a shot here with this new generation of vehicle. Looks like some kind of more sweeping lines on this body. Still got your standard raked windshield to kind of give you a little bit of that downforce in the front. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a pretty impressive body. Set this over here. Wing just looks like standard AE wing, probably carryover again from the 6.1, so nothing fancy there. Same with the chassis. The chassis itself is just your standard B6.1 chassis as well. So one thing that I noticed that Team Associated did do is they actually took the Team Associated logo off of their newer generation chassis. That started with the B6.1. I thought that was actually a nice touch on the B6 series Gen 2 chassis. B64 had the Team Associated logo on there as well. So it'd be cool to see that return. But yeah, the chassis is essentially the same as the B6.1. What you got here is bag with the standard battery strap, standoffs, wheel nuts. With some of these kits, it would be nice to see aluminum wheel nuts, but yeah, these are your standard steel ones. So again, just to carry over from the 6.1. What do we got here? So this just looks like slipper, motor mounts. Yeah, the one interesting thing is the D version does actually come with both the layback and the laydown transmission, so that's actually nice that they included options for both, so you can adjust and tune to the grip of the track. But yeah, again, pretty standard stuff here. This bag here is shocks, standard V2 shocks. They did include the V2 springs, which again, that we saw that kind of come on in the B6.1, but nice that they did include those as well. But yeah, standard shocks. Nothing really has changed from the 6.1 here. Yeah, ball cups, turnbuckles, steel turnbuckles. Would be nice if they did include titanium turnbuckles, but you know, let's just go and to our favorite aftermarket to bling out our cars. So this is actually one area that has changed. So this is the I'm gonna open this bag up, but this is the rear hub carrier assembly and some of the rear drive components. So the rear hub actually has changed from the B6.1 to the B6.2. They definitely so they're taking a little bit of the nod from the 6474, but also really kind of keeping the essence of the aftermarket aluminum hubs that have been prevalent from the B5 all the way forward. So they actually switched to a this piece is aluminum, which is kind of cool as well too. So now what you get is a vertical ball stud versus a horizontal ball stud. So that's actually pretty nice. So for folks who really can't afford initially to dish out the cash for the aluminum rear hubs, you essentially are getting the best of both worlds here in the box. So that's a nice thing. 67 millimeter bones, so those were already available on the B6.1, so not really a big change there. But the captured rear hinge pins are actually nice. So I don't have a B74 just yet. I'll probably buy one of those and do a review, although I know I'm a little late to the game with regards to that kit. But yeah, this actually has captured rear hinge pins, which I definitely do like. So so that's a nice little upgrade. Front end pieces, so stock you get the plus one Ackerman, but other than that, I mean the front end essentially again this is really just the B6.1. Not much looks like if any has changed. And your standard aluminum front hubs, aluminum front axles, but yeah, nothing really has changed here. Back to the rear end again. So this actually is new. I know. So I actually took a little bit of a break from racing, so I missed some of the later mods that folks were doing to the B6.1. But as I understand it, we keep going back and forth with this long wheelbase, short wheelbase, and it really is based on what tracks and you're running on and really kind of the configuration of the track, both the surface and layout. But what a lot of folks were doing, from what I heard, was taking the B74 rear arms and adapting them to the B6.1. So these arms definitely look a lot more like the B74. One thing I do like is that they actually went back to just molding the shock mounts and the this looks like sway bar mounts into the arms versus using the inserts. The inserts were a nice idea, but I think that really kind of compromised the structural integrity of the arm itself by having a large hole with the insert in there, and also that's just one more area to kind of get a little bit kind of clapped out as you start start really kind of using the vehicle. So this is nice, new rear arms. Yeah, aluminum C&D mounts, so nothing really has changed here from the 6.1. Yeah, 7 millimeter rear hexes. So yeah, that's all pretty much standard stuff here, with the exception of the new arms. Go ahead and set this off to the side. More front end pieces. So this is your front bulkhead, steering assembly. One thing I did read, and I'll have to see as I go through the kit build, is that they they actually went to oil-filled bearings, not grease-filled bearings. So for all you stock racers out there, that's that's pretty good that they give you the low friction bearing option right out of the gate. But yeah, it's your standard steel seal on one side, rubber seal on the other side. So here's your diff. Again, comes with a ball diff. Just straight up 30 weight oil, and Associated has kind of been going back and forth with the way that they dispense grease in these kits. So this looks like just a newer and kind of more minimal way to give you both black grease and standard diff grease for your diff balls. So not too much has changed, if at all. Just your standard diff. We're gonna open this bag up. So this is another thing that's changed. So one thing that's been problematic for stock racers is mounting a fan. So we've always had to kind of go to the aftermarket for fan options, none of which were really super great. So Team Associated has actually included a fan mount now as part of the side rails. So that's definitely a welcome kind of addition. Let's go ahead and pull that out and have a look. Okay, so yeah, so the side rail is a little bit different. Looks like it just actually has a little bit of an opening and a little bit more kind of a gap for the fan to sit down in. And I suspect that there's just going to be kind of two little mounts. I mean, a lot of us are actually using servo mounts to mount our fans, but nice addition. Kind of one complaint that I heard from a lot of folks, and it's a valid complaint, I think, is that with the fan kind of mounted on the side here, for maximum airflow, you're gonna have to trim your body out a little bit. So that kind of does take away from the side profile look of the vehicle with the body. So remains to be seen how what that's gonna look like after the build. But yeah, definitely is a concern. But I do like the fact that they included a fan mount, because that for us stock racers is definitely welcome. Yeah, servo savers, standard stuff. Gullwing front arms, basically the same as a B6.1. Last bag here is just your diff cover, waterfall. It doesn't include, so I didn't see it include sway bars, but it actually seems to be including some of the sway bar hardware. So that's interesting. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But well, the other thing too with the diff, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but they do actually. I think I did. They offer the lay down and lay back transit, so that's pretty nice. What else we got here? Just your new manual, and they did include the good 3M servo tape, so that's always welcome. Velcro, antenna tube, and some new decals. So yeah, that's basically about it. Empty box, nothing really new. So they actually, Associated's been kind of doing their new hashtag We Are AE, so they actually are including that on the box now, which is pretty cool. They also did update their 30-time world championship, so congratulations to Spencer Rivkin and Team Associated for yet another world championship. So there are some of us that actually have been around long enough to remember the first one. Shout out back to Jam and Jay Halsey on that one. But that basically is about it. So really not too much more going on with the box here, and yeah. So, and I want to make this this new video, too wordy, too long. I do apologize. I realize there is a bit of an echo. Camera situation's not the best. Microphone situation is probably not the best. But you know what? I definitely wanted to take advantage of the new release of the kit. Kind of get the first unboxing video out there, and I definitely want to strive to improve the quality of the videos going forward. And yeah, that's basically about it. So thanks everyone, and more to come. Take care.